On line and length again.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Ooh. Ball.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Misses everything.
Nice bowling.
On the drive. The bowling's too good, though. Great line and length. Beats the edge.
Catch.
Good catch. Out.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down, really didn't get settled and looked to be in trouble for most of the knock.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket.
Yep.
That's out. Caught.
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Yep.
Brilliant shot, that.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Yep.
Perfectly timed.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score. Curran takes guard. Been in pretty good touch lately. You wouldn't want to let them get away early with some easy boundaries.
Yep. Ooh. Nice bowling.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yep. Catch it.
Just about timed that perfectly.
Well, it was hammered away, timed perfectly and placed into the gap.
Great shot.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Over. The Super Kings are 2 for 47.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Did well just to get it down towards 3rd for some runs.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Nice bowling.
A rush of blood, very quick onto the short ball, can't get it away.
Yep.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Got all of it, and for 6.
Off the front foot, hit it with all the power and elegance of a batter right at the top of their game.
Absolutely nailed it.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
Yep.
Timed that perfectly.
Tried to take the pace off by rolling the fingers across the seam. It's a great shot. Didn't take a lot of effort to get it away.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over, that one. Too many loose deliveries.
Ooh. Well bowled.
Not a great shot in the end. Practices the shot again. Just need to keep their head down now.
Yep.
A real beauty. Just times it so well.
Curran got it into the gap and the ball did the rest. Brilliant shot.
Catch! No!
Decisive running might have gotten them too. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
Catch it! Yep,
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
That showed great skill and lovely timing. The boundary was the only place it was heading.
Catch!
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
The batsman brings up their half-century.
That shot brings up the half-century. Beautiful batting display. Very solid. I think this could be just the start.
Catch it! Yep.
High, high, high in the air. This should be an easy chance.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air and takes a good catch.
So that's the third wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for two. A couple on offer here.
And with that, they're off the mark.
Yep, yep.
This should be close.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Yep. No!
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yep, yep. Keeper!
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over.
Yep. Ooh. Well bowled.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
End of the over. 7 off it. The Super Kings are 3 for 85.
Yep. Yep.
Good batting. Get an opportunity to score and take it.
Yep. Keeper's end. Yep.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Well bowled.
That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Yep. Yep. Keepers. No!
Could be close.
You never really want to chance that arm going for a third. Did well there.
10 runs added in that over. The Super Kings are 3 for 95.
Yep.
Drives and misses
Nice
everything.
bowling.
Bit of a mix-up, but no harm done this time.
Well bowled.
Just need to settle down. The ball is there to hit. They're trying too hard, I think, to really smash it, rather than just time it.
Yep.
Misjudged that and takes a hit on the body.
No runs on that occasion, got into position nicely, just too early on the shot and couldn't find the gap.
Yep.
Straight to the fielder.
What a beautiful shot that was. They've been sweating on the loose ball and picked this one up early and glanced it down to fine leg.
Nice bowling.
It looked like a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire's given it as a wide.
Yep.
Good pickup. Big chance.
It's another wicket, the fourth. Sometimes you just have to accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
The right armour is coming on to bowl from the south end.
Catch it.
Oh boy, that's really high. This might be gone. And gone.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic catch.
Starting to get really interesting now. That's the fifth wicket and a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Yep.
Massive edge.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Great shot.
No!
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Catch it.
Power and precision in that shot.
Bowler's end.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing. An inexpensive over ends and a wicket coming from it.
5 for 104.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think. There'll be one run here for them.
I, for one, reckon that second run was on, but clearly the batters knew better.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
No!
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky.
Doesn't beat the infield.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Beaten on the drive.
A good piece of bowling there. A little bit of pace off the delivery, and the batter is all at sea.
They'll get at least one.
Managed to get onto the front foot early, and just incredible power to loft that one over the boundary.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key.
Well bowled.
That was a slower delivery, played too early, and it went straight through to the keeper.
Good bowling. Kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs.
Yep.
The risk isn't worth it for just a single. In the end, a good decision by the batters.
Catch it. Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single. Caught. Gone.
Oh, yeah!
Well, the end of a productive innings. Didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
For the Chennai Carbons.
Great shot. At least one on offer. It mightn't get to the boundary. Should at least get a couple.
Keepers.
Finds the edge. Comfortable single if they take it.
They decided against a run. Not sure why, if I'm being honest. They would have made it comfortably.
Not the ideal way of handling that ball. 4 runs added in the over. The Super Kings are 6 for 160. The right-arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the north end.
Yeah.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Perfect technique and placement.
He was just a little bit too full, and it was beautifully timed.
Nice bowling.
Misses out there on the short and wide one. That's a much better directed short ball. Didn't quite manage to get the bat in position. It's through to the keeper. That's the one bouncer for the over.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Bowlers.
Needs to be on target. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery. and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters.
6 for 124.
Yep.
Waiting. Yeah.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Yep. Go!
Yeah.
Right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe, but couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
4 runs added there. The Super Kings are 6 for 128. Tracy from the north end.
Yeah.
Decide against the second way too late. I think they would have been well short if they'd carried on.
Yep.
That was a good strong throw back in, right over the stumps. Driven off the front foot. Fantastic cricket shot. Probably expected more there.
Yeah. Keepers!
Yep.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot. Good running.
Yep.
Yep.
Huge shot. That's a massive shot. Just incredible.
Well, that ball has been hit. It's flown into the crowd. To get that much power coming forward onto the front foot is just ridiculous.
We've seen good control and spin from this bowler.
Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing what they can do here.
Go.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Yep.
Massive chance.
Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Yep.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Yep.
Too good. Not sure anyone is going to cut that off.
Well, there was a split second to decide which end to throw to. In the end, it was a poor choice.
Yep.
That stop. Great catch.
That was a real shame. That was a brilliant innings. Really was heading towards something special. A good wicket to take at this stage. Yep.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
End of the over, 4 off it. The Super Kings are 7 for 143.
Yep.
Did well just to get it down towards third for some runs.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Yep.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Yeah.
Great shot through the gap.
Just need one of the cameramen to send that one back. A little bit of width, but clinically put away.
Tracy has had a pretty good over. Just needed a bit more luck to find a wicket.
Yep.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Yeah.
Times it nicely.
Good precision with that throw back from the deep. Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Wait there.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
What then?
There was trouble for a moment, but these two are quick enough to avoid the run out in the end.
Misses everything.
That's bowling.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you'd expect from someone of this skill level. I'd say that was the right shot to choose, but timed it badly. Couldn't get the drive away. Just need to settle down. The timing is off. These deliveries are there to be hit, but it's a time for cool heads.
6 runs added in the over. The Super Kings are 8 for 160.
No.
There's a run here, surely.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yeah.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the keeper. No more short balls this over. Yep.
No.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive. Yep.
Caught. What a position to set there. A brilliant catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Yep.
Chance. Gone. Brilliant in the field. The innings wraps up with a very defendable total. It will need some good bowling. It certainly won't be the easiest total to chase. The openers are coming out to begin the chase. A few early boundaries will help settle things down. The bowlers will only need a sniff to get back in the game.
Yep.
Bowler is confident on this one. Sampson comes out to bat in a bit of form, but it'll be interesting to see how they go today.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Waiting.
Sampson shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it. Just can't seem to get the ball away. That's the third dot.
Waiting.
Very quick out there, managing to stop it and preventing 4 runs.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
That's the end of the over. 2 runs added. The Royals are none for 2. Curran, the left-arm medium fast bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end. Beautiful cover drive. A hint of movement in the air and eased towards the boundary.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
Yep.
They'd look for a couple here.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
Yep. Wait on.
Straight to the fielder. Edged.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. Huge edge. Big shout. Edged it.
Floated that one up, hit well, but couldn't beat the field.
Wait there.
Maybe they didn't pick that up. Very late on the shot.
Yep.
Right out of the middle.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Yep.
There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them. Loud appeal. Couldn't get it through the field.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Yep.
Into the gap. Nice shot.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
End of the over. 9 runs coming from it. The Royals are none for 20.
Yep.
They'll get at least one.
Yep.
Super piece of timing.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Yep.
Super shot.
That was clever. Just had to wait on it to make sure of it.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Yep.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Got to the boundary. Last ball, punches it into the gap to get a single. Excellent batting.
Yep.
Well placed, should get a single.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Deceived by the slower one.
Well, look how close that was to off stump. The timing on the shot was poor. Really didn't even get close to the ball. Very lucky to get away with that.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the south end.
Wait on.
Incredible, what a grab.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like we're moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
Waiting.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Hey. Waiting.
Huge appeal. Good shot. He's found the gap. A couple on offer here.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Captain's going to change things around in the field.
Going with spin now.
Spinner is coming on to bowl.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Good shot. A beauty.
You sometimes just have to stop and admire batting like that. Gets onto the front foot early, well timed, and 4 runs.
Wait there.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Yep.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Lovely shot. Rocked onto the back foot and pulled away just behind square leg.
Yep.
Effortless. A gift, really. Floated it up there and dealt with.
Brilliant shot. You couldn't hope to hit it any better than that. It's raced away to the boundary.
Beaten on the drive.
Nice bowling.
Crying wolf is not the best approach. It'll just annoy the umpire.
The captain making some adjustments to the field here.
Yep.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot. And good running. The captain's going to change things around in the field.
Bowl disturbs the furniture.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Wait there.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Yep.
Edged. What a ball.
The edge was very close to going to hand. They're fortunate to pick up their first runs.
Big edge. That's the over. The Royals are 2 for 44. Stumping. Oh!
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yep. Yep.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Drives and misses everything.
Well, it was an almighty heave coming down the wicket. We might never have found it if they connected.
Yep.
That has gone very, very high. Might be safe.
Avoided the fielders, 1 bounce and 4. Fantastic shot.
Got all of it, and for 6.
That was timed very, very well. Great shot, driven down the ground and flew over the boundary.
The Super Kings found some good rhythm in that over. They'll want to maintain it going forwards. Ahmad, the spinner, coming into the attack. Bowled! What a way to start the over.
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up.
Timing just a little early on that occasion.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Smashed it straight to the fielder. Probably hit it too well in the end.
Yep.
That shot sees them get their innings started.
Yep.
It was just a little bit wide. Well picked up and let the ball do all the work, really, to push it down towards third man.
Wait.
It was a nice-looking shot, full and in the slot, just couldn't find the gap.
End of the over, 2 runs added. The Royals are 3 for 59.
Yeah, check.
Great shot.
Bowler's in.
Good return there, back from the deep. Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep. Keeper's in. Yep.
Immaculate timing there.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
Wow, that's missed the lot. Loud shout.
Deceived by the drift, beaten by the spin. It's as simple as that, really.
Yeah.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep. Wait. Wait there.
A little late on that. No run scored.
Wait on.
Just threw the shot too early.
Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Over. The Royals are 3 for 69. A new bowler is coming into the attack. Edged, unplayable. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. That's right out of the middle of the bat.
Just waited on it, got given a bit of width and launched it all the way.
A little short on that occasion. Needs to adjust the length slightly to be just a little fuller. Too short on this pitch. And as we've seen already, it makes it very easy to score.
Yeah.
Nicked it. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
Some width on offer, but didn't throw the bat at it and just made sure of the cut shot.
Yeah.
Couldn't have hit that any better.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
13 runs added there. The Royals are 3 for 82.
Lovely shot. Gets on the drive, just powers that over the boundary. Wonderful touch. Timing.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Strong appeal.
Another one gone, the fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
The right-handed batsman is coming in at number 6 for the Rajasthan Ravens.
Tracy shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Yep.
Comfortable single if they take it.
Turning down runs that are safe isn't intelligent play in my book. They should be rotating the strike.
Wait.
End of the over, 6 off it. The Royals are 4 for 88.
Yeah.
Thick edge. Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Yep.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs.
Misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Oh, that's a great ball.
That was lovely bowling. Just not getting the reward it deserved. Must have been a whisker away from hitting the wickets. That was a pretty wild delivery. Lost all control.
Yep.
Great shot.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
That's the end of a very good over. Good pressure being put on the batters.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap.
Caressed that nicely through the gap to the boundary.
Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder after the boundary.
Wait.
That was seen so early. The timing was brilliant, and that is stayed hit. Fantastic.
Right there.
Straight to the fielder.
Tracy shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
Down the wicket, misses.
Well, you can't just skip down the pitch like that. How that isn't a stumping, I'll never know.
Struck it nicely, could go to the boundary.
4 runs. They were so still at the crease, just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shot.
End of the over. 14 runs coming from it. The Royals are 4 for 109. That's really high. Don't think anyone is close.
There was minimal follow-through, just great timing to punch it through the field for 4.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot.
Yes.
There'll be runs here. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
Yeah.
Edge. Amazing delivery. Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Great shot. Placement exquisite.
Good precision with the throw, back from the deep.
Yeah.
Super shot that.
That went all the way up toward the grandstand for 4, driven away nicely.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the south end.
Yes.
They'll get at least 1.
Keeper's end.
Just a little bit wide, well picked up. And let the ball do all the work really, just to nudge it down towards third.
Yeah.
Perfect technique and placement.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely. For 4 runs. Bit of a change-up in the field now. Some adjustments to the field.
Yep.
Decisive running might have got them to. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Wait.
Couldn't get it through the field.
A few moves made in the field.
Yep.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Yeah.
Power and precision in that shot.
Good throw from the deep, on target.
End of the over, 10 off it. The Royals are 4 for 133.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's really high. This might be gone. Out. What a catch.
Starting to get interesting now. That's the 5th wicket. And a very frustrated person is heading back to the pavilion.
Lovely timing. Will this one go to the fence?
Too much room given. He came onto the bat really well. And a beautiful shot. That just raced away.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Doesn't want to bowl it there. Overpitched and helped to the boundary.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing out of the middle and raced. To the boundary. A bit of a change up in the field now. Tracy looked to put that one into the stands. Pitched and turned plenty past the bat. Lucky not to be bowled. You can't skip down the pitch like that and expect to survive for long. They're just quick enough to get back for the stumping chance.
End of the over. 8 offered. The Royals are 5 for 141. The right-arm fast bowler is coming into the attack from the south end. A couple on offer here.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Huge edge. Bowler is confident on this one. Strays onto leg and glanced it sweetly. Might just get to the boundary rope.
A juicy delivery like that on leg stump isn't going to be missed by this batter. They just put it away.
Ahmed, the left-arm pace bowler, is coming on to bowl from the north end.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
They must have just slipped a little in their delivery stride to bowl that no ball. Sometimes it can happen when you're trying too hard. Beaten on the drive.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Massive edge. The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this. Edge. What a ball. drives and misses everything.
Beautiful slower delivery, just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Super shot.
That ball was just an invitation that was accepted by return of post. Ahmed will be disappointed with that delivery. The Super Kings bring it home in a close one. So many twists and turns. I think the best team won in the end, but what a fantastic match.
From all of us in the commentary team, I hope you've enjoyed the match. It ended up being very close. Hope to see you soon.